Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and welcome everybody to Paul's Monday Market Update number 231 for Monday, 13th of July 2026. I hope you're all well. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can see the slides as well. If you are in the room, it'd be good to know that the technology is working for us rather than against us. Fabulous to have people here. Hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you've enjoyed some of those sporting results over the weekend. Hope you're ready for what is going to be a pretty busy week ahead in markets. Okay, it's basically it's a week where kind of markets going to enter a bit of a crucial week as earning seasons begin and the inflation returns to center stage and a whole host of other things. Okay. For those of you joining us for the first time, the Monday Market Update is just that. It is me flying through as much as I can share with you in the next 30 minutes, looking at strength and weakness within FX indices and commodities markets, looking at a few charts of interest at your watch lists, and then a look at the live markets. It is not a signal service. It's not trade recommendations. It's me sharing with you what I'm looking at, which may be of relevance or interest to yourselves. And as always, if you want a little bit more help and support, okay, to sustain performance during the next quarter, the VTP Trader Accountability Group is running, helping you build kind of discipline, accountability, and consistency in your own trading. As always, if you've got questions, you can ping me, okay? You can look at the bit.ly code or use that QR code to find out a bit more information. All right, and as always, let's finish with sterling. What am I seeing here? Cable on the daily, euro sterling on the daily, pound Aussie, pound CAD, pound Kiwi, pound Swiss, pound yen, FTSE. Okay, that's what we're looking at there. Okay, so as I said, bang, what we've had is pound strengthening, all right, or rather dollar weakening and pound strengthening there. But we kind of run into the 50 and the 200 here. Okay, those of you who get excited about these things, that's a bit of a dragon cross, isn't it? Where the kind of 50 crosses beneath the 200. It's not a big thing for me, but you know, when as you hear me say, when price and the moving averages are all coiled up together, it's almost like the compression before the spring. All right, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm interested in there. Certainly that 4 hour chart, you know, it has ground its way up there a little bit higher, hasn't it? Okay, I'd be saying that kind of 4 hour 50 is kind of my guide. If we stay above it, we're bullish. If we break beneath it, then you know the kind of the all bets are off. And as I said, you know, there's plenty going on in both the US and the UK over this next week that will have an impact upon that. We look at pound yen. Pound yen has broken out of that sort of, you know, that coil, that wedge, that triangle, worked its way higher. We put in a bit of a daily evening star there, but it hasn't kind of followed through as of yet. All right, so it's bounced nicely off the that 4 hour 50 period moving average. Okay, so is it going to get trapped there between the 20 and the 50? Okay, so you know we do have a little bit of UK data this week. All right, we've got Governor Bailey speaking to tomorrow. We've got GDP on Thursday as well. So we'll see how that plays. We'll see how that plays out. Is that you know, are we going to see yen weakening that strengthens sterling, or are we just going to basically coil up there between those moving averages? Pound against Swiss franc. Remember what I was saying? This has been a great move because Swiss franc has rolled over. All right, so you've got sterling strength, Swiss franc weakness. That's what you want. All right, that's what you want to see. Okay, that's stage 2 stam. Okay, working its way out. Pound against Aussie has also been in that kind of move, but I wonder if that is just starting to peter out a little bit. You know, I'd be looking for it to get roll over and lower between these averages, this 8 period moving average. Okay, double topped there. Okay, a little bit. See how does that play? Interestingly, pound against New Zealand dollar, which had worked nicely. We've got Kiwi dollar strength coming in there. See how that is kind of false breakout there on the daily chart, and we've rolled over beneath the 20, working our way lower. That's that kind of Kiwi dollar strength kind of working its way into the thing. And remember, as I said, sterling's been strong, but it's still weakened against it. Yeah, pound against CAD, all right, you know, has been a great trend. All right, has been a great trend on the daily chart, but I wonder now is that sort of coming to a little bit of an end there? Okay. As I say every week, I am a better trader than I am an artist. Okay, I'm just kind of interesting to see whether, you know, we're just coiling this up here. Is this a bit of a double top here that it's coiling up before it kind of works its way down, which would be an indication of sterling weakness and CAD strength. The other good one, euro against sterling. This has been a nice runner for me. You heard me talking for weeks, months even, about this kind of 80, 20, 86 sort of 20, 86, 30 zone and how it's acting as support. Okay. And each of the highs were getting lower. That's a descending triangle, you'd probably say. And bang, the last couple of weeks, it's broken and dropped there really nicely, hasn't it? Just broken and dropped. It's had a couple of weeks of a great run, working lower. But I wonder if that's coming a little bit to the end today. Okay, is this an indication? We've seen a little bit of euro strength. Okay, to today, as I said, is that just a bit of a reaction? All right, to some of the geopolitical tension, or is it the sign of something else? I'd probably be just looking here, giving myself a level to be of interested in. That's where I'd be looking at here. Okay, so above those highs of what, about 85.50. All right, that's what I'd be looking for. If it breaks above that, that's what I'd be looking at in terms of a change of that trend. Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's draw it to a close there. I appreciate that we overshot a little bit, but there's so much for me to share, so much going on with you in markets these days. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. I hope that gives you a bit of help and a bit of insight. It is going to be a very, very busy, interesting week, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that you're on top of the order flow, on top of the news flow, on top of your risk management. Have yourself a fabulous trading week. There will be no Monday market update next Monday. Unfortunately, I have to go to a funeral now, but we'll return in 2 weeks. Have a fabulous trading week, everybody, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Cheers.